We have all seen and enjoyed Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It has good action set pieces, but after watching and thinking about it, I feel like something was missing. What could it be? It is the characters. The characters in this movie doesn't feel right. Their actions doesn't feel justified. Now what do I mean by that? Well, there are three main characters in this movie: Wanda, America Chavez and Doctor Strange. Let's start with Wanda first. For some reason, they decided to make her the main villain in this movie, who is also very powerful. And there is nothing wrong with that. In comic books, Wanda does become a strong villain. But in order to make good Wanda into bad Wanda, you need to build the character arc which leads her to become evil. But the character arc that I was talking about was missing. How so, you may ask? You see, in WandaVision, she does some bad things to the whole town, then realizes she made a mistake and fix everything by the end of the series. So we had a redemption arc for Wanda in that series. It was already established that she learned from her mistake and back to be the good Wanda that we like. But this movie wants her to be the villain again, so she just starts off as the villain, disregarding all the character growth she had in WandaVision. The first scene of the movie is about Wanda sending a demon to capture America Chavez, which ends up killing Doctor Strange of the alternative universe. So she went from "I don't want to hurt anyone anymore" to "I don't care if innocent people die, I just want the power inside of this girl." There are many dialogues in this movie where they try to justify her action. Like Wanda saying that she doesn't want to hurt anyone, she just wants America Chavez's power, knowing very well that it will kill her. When Doctor Strange confronts her about breaking the rule, she in turn reminds Doctor Strange about when he broke the rule to give up Time Stone to Thanos. But again, Doctor Strange did that to save billions of people with the best of his knowledge, and she's breaking the rule to get her kids back, who were never there to begin with. And all this talk about breaking magic rules doesn't make any sense because she has already done way too much damage than just breaking some rule. She killed a multiverse version of Doctor Strange. That demon she sent can accidentally kill anyone in the street. So why do we have all these nonsensical dialogues? Why is Doctor Strange saying that her anger is justified when she literally tried to attack Kamataj to kidnap a girl? Well, these dialogues are there because they don't want Wanda to come off as full-on villain. Because the writers know that it will not make sense after what has happened in WandaVision. It will be out of character for her. But just some out of character dialogues cannot justify her actions. It just came off as a rushed attempt to make Wanda's character change naturally, but action speaks louder than words. We see the exact same thing by the end of the movie when Wanda sees her children getting scared of her because she's hurting people in front of them. So seeing her kids scared, she decides to have a change of heart again. She acted as if she didn't know what she was doing the whole time. After just few moments of emotional scenes, she burns all the Darkhold in the entire multiverse while destroying the Witch Temple. One more redemption arc for Wanda. So where have we seen this before? Oh, that was the whole point of WandaVision. Also, if you look back, it was the same thing with her in Avengers Age of Ultron, good old redemption arc. Now, some people may bring the argument that Darkhold was having an effect in her mind, but when Darkhold was destroyed in the movie, she was willing to kill innocent people if Wong doesn't tell her the location of another Darkhold. She was completely aware of what she was doing. Now let's talk about our new character in the movie, America Chavez. Thankfully, her character doesn't have as many problems as Wanda, but like Wanda, she also lacks the character arc. When alternative Doctor Strange decided to kill her by taking her power, she was totally against it. She was not thinking about all the consequences in the multiverse if the wrong person gets her power. She just wanted to save herself. In simple terms, she cares more about the individual than the collective. Individual here is herself and collective being the multiverse itself. Although it is understandable when you have to sacrifice your own life in order to do a greater good, you won't be immediately like, okay, you can kill me now. But by the end of the movie, she does exactly that. She realizes that letting Doctor Strange take her power, even if it kills her, is the best option available given the situation. Which is a big character moment for her. But we don't see America Chavez talking to Doctor Strange or contemplating whether her life is important enough against all the people who died trying to protect her. We don't see her think about this issue. So when she decides to let Doctor Strange take her power, it doesn't come off as genuine as it should be. Besides that, there is one more development she had, which is her physical power. She learns to control and use her power at will by the end of this movie. But we never see her try to improve and practice it anywhere throughout the movie. They could have built the narrative where she learns to sacrifice herself for the greater good, and this allowed her to control her power. Because now she is in more mature state of mind, thinking like an adult. But the movie never make a connection in regards to her character development with her development of power. It just happens. Again, the plot elements are there, but we just don't see the character arc. Thankfully, not everything is bad in regards to the characters. When we talk about Doctor Strange himself, his character was initially someone who just looks at the end goal and does what is needed to be done. He doesn't care much about the minor consequences of his action. Basically, unlike America Chavez, he cares more about the collective than the individual. But throughout the movie, his ideology was challenged. This line of thinking cost him the love of his life. He questioned himself whether giving the Time Stone in Infinity War was the right decision. Throughout the movie, he goes on a journey with alternative Christine and realizes that what he has lost when he was just busy saving the world. So in the end, when America Chavez asks him to take her power, he refuses and finds another way which doesn't involve sacrificing the individual for the collective. At this moment, his character arc is finished. He now understands the importance of the individual, which is different from the Doctor Strange that we saw in Infinity War, different from what we saw in the alternative universe. So America Chavez learns to care about the collective and Doctor Strange learns to care about the individual, both completing polar opposite character arcs by the end of the movie, even though America's character arc doesn't feel very natural. From this perspective, it now actually makes sense why Doctor Strange was overly sympathetic towards Wanda. He probably thinks he wasn't there for Wanda to guide her during her loss and difficult times, a loss which turned her towards evil. So now he just wants to be nice and help her as much as he can. Only if we had better characterization of Wanda, things would have been consistent. But that's it for this video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know your opinion in the comments about this movie. Subscribe to my channel if you want me to talk about another multiverse madness that is not made by Marvel.